The following is a fan-made review. Hetalia Access Powers is the property of Studio DEEN, Media Factory, FUNimation Entertainment, Manga Entertainment, and HIDEKAZU HIMARUYA. Please support the official release. I haven't seen this many stereotypes in one series ever. What up, y'all? It's the Black Critic Guy, and today I'm here to review the anime Hetalia. And I gotta say, I really enjoyed it. It was hilarious, funny, fun, entertaining, everything that I wanted from an anime, with a lot of stereotypes thrown into the mix. So basically, Hetalia is a historical satire that follows the various countries that are part of the Axis power, which is Germany, Japan, and Italy, and the Allied powers, which is the United States, Britain, France, Russia, and China, and how they coincide with each other, how they act in front of each other in very humorous 5-minute segments. So I was recommended to watch this anime by one of my high school friends, Greg Libby. Greg, thanks, man. This was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it. And like I said, really enjoyed it. So let's dip into the pros and why I really enjoyed this anime. First of all, the animation was solid. I mean, they didn't really use a lot of stylized animation, and some of the frames were a little lacking, but for what they needed to do, they did a really good job in the animation department. I know I put a lot of emphasis on this, but this show is funny as hell, and it plays heavily on the stereotypes of the different nations. Like, for Japan, they pronounce their L's like R's and R's like L's, and they like to miniaturize things and have popular voice actors do that stuff. Russia wants to kill everybody. China, totalitarian government. Germany's always yelling and drinking beer. Italy, I don't know about the stereotype of Italy because I don't really know Italy that well, but they're supposed to be like cowards and they love just to have drinks and have sex with women. Now, who doesn't like to do that? America always comes in and is like, I'm the hero! And he loves to eat and drink and pretend that he's the shit, which, to be honest, that is a great representation of a stereotypical American. And Britain and France always are fighting, all that good stuff. The stereotypes of the different nations is what makes this show so funny, because you can see some truth in these stereotypes as well. Believe it or not, this show had very well developed characters, and one thing that I really liked about it, and if anyone's seen Hetalia, you would know that the relationship between the nation characters with other nation characters, are some of them are very historically accurate. Like you see, they show America and Britain, America and Japan, Germany and Italy, Russia and the Baltic nations. All the different relationships are based on historical facts, and in fact they play it off very well, and they handle it in a very funny and clever way. Like when a nation is born, or when it's starting, it starts off as a little, a baby chibi thing, and then it grows up to be a man or a woman. And sometimes when they show historical quarrels or fights, they handle it in a very humorous way to show the outcome and stuff, and it kind of highlights that some of the fights that we've had in the past are so stupid that they're kind of funny if you think about it. I like the fact that they have 5-minute segments spanned over 52 episodes. Imagine cramming that much material into 5 minutes, having 52 episodes, yet having well-developed characters, a funny story, and very, relatable situations that we all can agree with and stuff. And in that, they handle the story and the pacing of the series very well in my book. And the major pro of this anime is once again FUNimation and its voice acting. Everything about the voice acting is what sold this anime to me. Had I seen this series in its original Japanese form, I probably wouldn't have thought it was as funny as if I saw it in its American version. Because one thing that the Japanese version lacks is it only shows one side. The Japanese voice actors who just portray the or but in the American version, they have the accents, they have the attitude, they have the characteristics of what the nations are all like. They portray it very well, and FUNimation is the best studio to do Hetalia. Now, I only have a few cons for this series. One of the few cons I had was the overuse of jokes, repetition of jokes. They kept using the same old jokes. It got boring after a while. I'm like, go to the next joke, please. Try something new. You get the joke about America being fat, Britain Japan and France fighting all the time, Germany and Italy. It's funny to a point, but when you take it too far, it's just eh. Another thing that saddened me was the lack of other nations involved in this series. Like, I know there wasn't Mexico there, the South American countries were there. Africa was nowhere to be seen. What the hell? Now, I will give it the fact that it does have a second season. I haven't seen the World Series yet, and also this series is focused on the Axis power, you know, World War I, World War II. So I can understand why Africa or Mexico or South America wasn't there, because they weren't involved in any of the world wars. In fact, no, scratch that. They went to Egypt a lot because they fought in World War II there. So where was the African nations? And the last con for this series is that this show may be offensive to some people. And I really mean it could be very offensive. If you really look at your country and you're very patriotic, you might be a little offended by what they do in this series. I mean, the way they make fun of America, the way they make fun of Japan, the way they make fun of Germans and all that stuff. If you are a very PC person, you probably might not like this series as much as me. But overall, Hetalia highlights the comical side of international relations, and it does it to a T. It's funny, short, and entertaining. It's the whole package. And that's why I'm gonna give this anime a 4 out of 5 stars. It's worth watching. Go check it out. I mean, it's on Netflix, it's on YouTube. Go check it out. It's entertaining. But anyway, what did you guys think of this anime? Did you like it as much as I did, or did you hate it a lot? And also let me know, what is your favorite international based anime, like animes that take place in more than one location, more than one country? Comment below, let me know. Anyway, I'm the Black Critic Guy, bridging the gap between movies and anime reviews. Till then, peace, you two. Hetalia!